Good morning from a very, very cold St. Louis, Missouri. How are you, and how are you staying warm? What's the temperature in your neck of the woods, as our former weather person used to say? I'm Kitryn Marie, reside in St. Louis, Missouri, an artist, writer, speaker, life, and a business coach. Been trying to set up this morning, lighting. You can't get away from the glare when you have glasses, and I apologize for that. Do have one of my ponchos, one of my creations on, because it's just cold. I'm actually in my favorite spot, but I thought, you know what, there's no reason not to do some work from home today while I am here. But I want to talk just a little bit about setting your prices. Do you understand your value and your worth, and are you more concerned with your cost and undermining the value because you're trying to worry about the customer, the consumer, your client, your student, and what they're able to afford? Because any individual who is interested in your service will pay for what you are asking, provided it's within a realm of real. The realm of real. I've seen too many UGC, user-generated content creators, that are asking $1,000 for a video. If you already have established credibility and you've already been working with brands and your work has been out there for a various amount of times, eventually you will get to that $1,000 a video. But when you're starting out, you need to be practical and in the realm of reality. Oftentimes too, not many of us are qualified in editing. So when you are doing, generated content, ask the brand, the company, are they comfortable with shooting in RAW and then letting their people edit? I've been trying to learn to edit for years, and I still can't figure out the ins and outs of it, and it's very frustrating, because I love to take video. I suck at editing. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit too this morning, pricing, and then I'll get into my vision board class, because that is something I think is so important for January, February, March, when we were setting good intentions. Now, you can do a vision board all year long, but in the beginning of those months, when you're goal setting and having intentions for the life that you're trying to live. And I just real quick want to shout out to Alexander, who reached out to me in an email asking me about pricing. I do coaching, live for business coaching through email, 4 questions for $55. You just send me the 4 questions. Everything has to be paid through my PayPal first. But if you want a phone conversation, it is $65, and it's for 1 hour. Again, you get 4 questions, but it has to be under one subject, life or business. You can't do both within the hour, because they are separate entities that need separate attention, and the 4 questions get broken down into 15-minute quads. So you can ask me one question within the hour, and it's $65, and we talk about that one question under the one subject. When you are in person with me doing business coaching, it's $95. The value is always within the amount of time when you are in person with me. If you're in the St. Louis, Missouri area, I business coach in person. Oftentimes it starts out as a 2-hour class. It leads into 3 hours, and depending on the customer, client, student, it can go up to 4 hours. I am always hands-on. I am right there in person to ask questions. We have laptops up, and we are searching and researching to get you to the correct platform in which you are trying to build. My business coaching is $95 for the class. When we are life coaching, goes same thing, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, putting the vision board together, the vision board together towards life, it's $65. So the value is always when you have me in person, but if you're interested in email coaching or phone coaching, it basically is just limited to an hour, and an email I can pop out within 15-20 minutes. So if you're interested in any of that, just send me an email, kitrynmarie@gmail.com. So with all that said, let me get into the life coaching with why you want to put a vision board together. We have so many different goals. We have so many things that we want to strive for. But we need to be able to examine where we've really been in our life and what we've caused ourselves. Now, I will say, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I am not a psychologist, but I have studied in the area of where it makes me qualified to teach the art class in putting the vision board together. I don't need to know the personal details of all your life. What I need to know is where you feel you dropped the ball, what you wanted to do as a child, and how far are you from that life that you thought you were going to live when you were 5, 10, 12, 16, 25, 30, and so on and so forth. But when you're putting this vision board together, it is basically an art project with cut and paste. It's a lot of words, it's a lot of writing. We do journaling in this class because it's something that you can take home with you to continue on it. And if you feel you need another class, you sign up for another class. I don't teach any courses. There are no blueprints, there are no master classes, and the carnival barkers that are out there telling you, take my course and your life is going to change, and by magic you're going to, start making 7 figures and you're going to be living the life you've always wanted to live. Does not work like that. It takes hard work, dedication, it takes truth and honesty within yourself. If you looked in the mirror and if you saw your character instead of your reflection, what would you think about yourself, and would you want to meet yourself? Would you want to hang out with yourself? Would you want to hire yourself? So when we are talking about putting this vision board together in regards to life coaching, where's your clarity and your focus? Where are all your positive affirmations? As a writer, words mean so much to me. Personal transformation. Where do you want to see the transformation in your appearance, in your hair, in your physical weight, in your physical health? What does purpose-filled living look like to you? Are you a visionary leader? Do you want people to look up to you, to respect you? Do you want to, be inspiring to somebody else? Can you even be inspiring to your own self? Do you walk around your house saying positive things about yourself, when you get up in the morning? Because this plays a very big part. Because when you were looking at these images and these words that you were putting on this vision board, it's a reflection of your soul. Mindful practices. What are your mindful practices? Not your routine, but when you get up in the morning, what is the practice that you do that is helping your mind to see the better vision? To be able to see what you need to do to put steps in motion to get you to a place in the next month, in the next 2 months, in the next 3 months. What is the goal of visualization? Where do you want to see yourself? Can you see yourself in an end location with the results that you were looking for? Where's your happiness and your fulfillment? What makes you happy? Can you even admit what makes you happy? Over the last 4 or 5 years, a lot of our happiness and joy has been taken away from us. Do you know what happy looks like? To me, happy is being at my ranch with my horse. spending as much time as I possibly can with her, getting the exercise that I need for my body at this 62-year-old age. Goal mapping. Do you have your life mapped out? Now, mind you, your higher power has a very awkward sense of humor, and although you think you might be on one plane in one direction, do you have plan A? Do you have plan B? Do you have plan C? You can map your life out all you want, but you have to understand the human part of being in this body is things change, and how well can you adapt to the change and kind of veer around maybe a hurdle or an obstacle to keep you on that map. What's the life design? Do you have a life design? Do you feel like when you were in your 20s, you thought you were designing a life, but here now you're in your 40s and your 50s, and the design isn't working any longer? What you had in your mind isn't correlating to what's in your heart. How are you manifesting? How are you manifesting? How are you saying those positive affirmations already in your mind, living the life that you want to live, and you were talking to people about it? Here's an example just from my own point of view. I live on a ranch. I live in a 2,500 square foot house. I have live water on my property, 7 to 13 acres. I have 3 horses that are mine, and I board 4. I teach, I train, I do groundwork, I work with horses, I teach art classes, I teach life coaching classes, I teach business coaching classes, all on my property in my outbuilding. Can you say that? Can you see the life that you want to live? In the vision that I see, I drive a red Cadillac. What about you? In your mind, what are you driving? Personal growth, mindset transformation, empowerment. How are you empowering all of your life? How are you leaning towards the empowering parts of your life, that you were being such an inspiration, not only to yourself, but to other people? Would you like to learn how to put this vision board together? Would you like to come to my home studio in St. Louis, Missouri? We don't have to do it here in my studio. I can meet you at an outside location if you're not comfortable, because I totally get it. Send me an email at kitrynmarie@gmail.com. It's $65 for a 2, 3, 4 hour vision board class. It's start the ball in motion. Let's talk about where you want to see yourself and how you can put this board together so you were able to make your dreams come to life based on the life design that you were achieving for yourself. Again, I'm Kitryn Marie, reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an artist, writer, speaker, life, and a business coach. I reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I do all of my classes in person. What you see online mostly is just how I promote. If you're interested in an email for questions, it is $55. If you are interested in a 1 hour coaching, it is $65. I do everything through my PayPal. So for today, for tomorrow, be happy, be blessed, be thankful for all the wonderful things that do come into your life. Remember, fate does turn on a dime, and it is up to you to decide what side of that coin you want to be on. So wherever you are in your neck of the woods, stay warm, and I hope to see you real soon. Take care. Bye.